Attention, attention, attention.
Formatting, right?
This is security. The secure and hold exercise has now commenced. Everyone is asked to remain inside and not exit any building until further notice. Please continue with your normal activities indoors. Remain inside until further notice.
Forever. Anyway, that's your organizational chart, okay?
Back from school. Yeah, school today. We had this weird, like, security lockdown kind of thing. It was a drill, a lockdown drill. And the reason they have, or at least I think the reason that they're doing it, is because, I don't know why it's taken so long, but back in September, like when school started essentially, there was an incident on campus where a student was actually stabbed by another student. And the way that the school handled it, and like security handled it, was very poor. Like they did a really bad job of dealing with like lockdown procedures and like what should be announced and what directions needed to be given and all that kind of stuff. It was just it was poorly done. They did a bad job of following the drill. Now, understandably, in a way, I guess it's something that they weren't really expecting to have to know. Like fire drill is kind of a given thing, but to have this like security drill thing, I guess it's a little, at least where we're coming from, it's a little rare, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but yeah, it was just, so when that happened, they did a really bad job of dealing with the situation. So anyways, we had this security lockdown drill thing today, although they even it felt like, at least from the perspective of a student, they didn't really do anything. Like maybe from their perspective they did do a lot of stuff, but we didn't see what they did. Their announcements made a lot more sense, and we were like aware of that going on. But yeah, who knows how their actual like security drills went. And the thing is, I've been at this school for a long time, and not that I'm there 24/7 or anything, but this is the first time I remember there being a security drill. And I remember there being a lot of fire drills, but this is the first security drill that I've ever experienced, which is probably why they did such a poor job when they actually needed to do the security lockdown kind of stuff. But yeah, that's a random thing that happened today in school. It's just so weird. I guess we're kind of like sheltered from really bad things happening, so that's why we're kind of unprepared for that sort of thing, which is bad. We shouldn't take our privilege for granted. So we should still be prepared for this kind of stuff. Like, we shouldn't be like, oh, we live in Canada, we don't have guns and bad people. It's like, that's not true. That's not true at all. So I don't know, like, that's just my opinion on the matter, however skewed it may be. But I think that's kind of why they were so unprepared, but now they know better, I guess. So it is currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have to work at 5, which is in, obviously, 2 hours. And I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm going to just kind of lie down, rest my eyes, because I got a 4-hour shift of work to deal with, which isn't all that bad, but I have bad sleep. Like, I kind of had okay sleep patterns throughout the school year, but just this last week really threw me off with like studying for tests and stuff, working on big projects. The Day 1000 vlog really threw off my sleep schedule. So yeah, I'm still really off. My sleep is still really bad. So I'm gonna kind of try and rest up a little bit before going to work, and then later tonight I'll try and get good sleep. We shall see. We shall see.
So yesterday morning, I had the ability and motivation to get screenshots for the majority of my SAP assignment. And so there was only 4 more questions to get screenshots for, which equals 5 screenshots, because one of them I needed 2 to answer it. And I was hoping I would do it today. Like, I had time in the morning at school. I had an hour before my class started, as well as I had an hour during that class because we finished the review for the test in just an hour, and then I had an hour break as well. And I was like totally planning to get it done, and then I didn't. But I came home and I was like, Sean, please tell me to do work. And that generally never works, because, I don't know, anything he says I just ignore.
Yeah, generally. She ignores me. Well, I'm not a motivator. I think I'm too easygoing, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing.
And I don't believe him when he, like, threatens me with something.
Yeah, when I threaten her, I'm just like, if you don't do your work, I'll be angry.
Yeah.
She's just like...
Whereas I can motivate him to do work.
Because I'm afraid of her.
Because he's terrified of me. Rightly so. It was nice. He's like, just do it. And I'm like, yeah, I know I should. I did it. I finished those screenshots, and then I was all like, yay! And I started a checklist. Because that's how many screenshots there were. And I went through, when I was at the library, slowly checking it off one by one. And it was nice to see progress like this. So I think a lot of it is that you just need to keep track of where you are and, like, know that you're getting somewhere.
I think the problem is, although it's not necessarily a problem, I think I respond to negative reinforcement, and Lydia responds to positive reinforcement. And so I think I tried negative reinforcement on her because that's something that works for me, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because she's like, well, screw you.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And you were kind of encouraging today.
I was, yes. I was like, come on, Lydia, you can do it. You'll feel better. Okay, just do like a little tiny bit. Just do this. And I did. I gave you a massage as a reward. I was like, if you start doing your homework, I'll give you like a 1 minute back massage, which turned into like a 2 minute back massage because I'm nice.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah. And yeah, I think it's just she responds to positive, I respond to negative reinforcement. Kind of wish I didn't respond to negative reinforcement because that sucks. I mean, no, I don't respond to negative reinforcement,
yes,
Lydia.
You
Only
do.
positive reinforcement.
Sean, get your work done.
Okay.
This giant computers project is like my main focus now, and I really want to get it done, and it's huge, and there's like crazy formulas, and I like made one and it was like wrong. It wasn't putting it right, and I was like, why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? And Sean looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and he's like, I figured it out.
Oh yeah.
And I was so happy.
The way she had done, like, understandably so, it was difficult for her to pinpoint what was wrong because the thing is just like
huge.
So much. Like, her formula is like 3 lines long in Excel.
Yeah.
Like, usually it's like, buh. But her formula was like, buh, buh, buh. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, equations inside of equations inside of equations, functionception kind of thing going on.
Yep.
And I was looking at it.
It was an if and a nested if function. And there was lots of nested ifs in it. It was huge.
It was a
A monster.
A bunch of nests, an abundance of nests. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, what is she wanting here? Blah, blah, blah. And the project is dealing with percents, and certain things within the equation had actual numbers, which she meant to use percents. So it said something like, this has to be greater than 20, when actually she wanted to be greater than 20%,
Yeah.
which is 0.2. But like, it makes sense. I would have just typed, 20. I want it to be greater than 20 because blah 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 blah. Excel should be more intuitive and should know what we want.
Yeah.
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 I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Not you made a mistake. Excel made a mistake for not being smart enough.
Uh-huh.
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 All right, guys. Home, and I need some sleep. Like, I need a lot of sleep, apparently. I need to sleep for like a week straight. Just, I don't know, just a mild coma. Or something. I don't know. I want to be well rested for exams. So, I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. Anyways, time to go to bed. Good night. Lydia?
Yeah.
Arthur's licking my pillow.
I know.
I'm gonna have a soggy pillow. A soggy Arthur breath-smelling pillow.
It's nice and wet for you. Ew.
Arthur, can you not lick my pillow, please? Thank you. Nope.